Hey peeps. Alright, this should be What If Deku Was a Villain Part 14. Part 15. Oh no. Now, before we get into the actual video, let's run over some shit real quick. I'm gonna try to set up the membership stuff for YouTube pretty soon here. And I'm trying to think of some rewards and some potential badges that I could get for y'all guys and stuff like that. And I'm trying to think of some of the main rewards that I could give y'all, and this would also help twofolds because I'd be able to get more currency. So I'm able to spend more time on making videos, and I would be able to probably do some other shit. And I'm just trying to think, So let me know what y'all guys got. Also, if you fuck with the videos or whatever, please put that shit down in the comments. That would help. And as of right now, recording this video, what if Deku was like Mikey, and what if Deku was a Majin? The Mikey video has succeeded, so those will be the two main ones I'm focusing on. And please do check my community tab, because I'm gonna have a poll on what if Deku had breath style XXX, which it could be from water, it could be flame and lava, it could be darkness, my personal favorite, it could be earth, it could be many of different styles. So just let me know, because eventually I'm gonna do all the elements, and if they don't do too good, I'll just do them in movies so I can make this big movie. So, let me know what you think, but I digress. Let's get into the actual video. All right, so we left off with your boy Deku. The main chunk of it all was he fought All Might and One for All, okay? Then, after he got done with that, healing up a little bit, he went to go fight Endeavor. So after doing that, and, showing his might and showing how strong he is, Deku basically comes back, and he's dusting himself off. And yeah, he's understandably tired, but they don't know that. And so he does some minor alterations, and everybody pretty much is slowly but for surely getting their upgrades. So what ended up happening, everyone's doing their, training and stuff, and Bakugo and Uraraka, they're pretty much about to do their training. Well, not about to, but they are doing their training, and they've seen leaps and bounds. And Bakugo and Uraraka have kind of made it like a semi-point that they don't want to get modified mechanically. So they're not going to get like the android modifications. But there are ways for them to get their strength, quirk, and other stuff like that enhanced slightly without it being any long-term properties. Because if they become like an android, so to speak, they would have to get a certain level of upgrades every so often, or every year or two. Anyways, so we got that being said, Deku does what he usually does. He calls up the Twice community, or Sad Man's Paradise. For some reason, Twice wants to call it that. And they make another copy of him with all this information at full strength, of course, after Deku rested for a couple of days. And the unthinkable happens. The Liberation Army challenges Deku, and he's like, interesting. And basically the challenge happens within like a week or two, okay? And he's like, interesting. I think this would be perfect. He's like, before that happened though, I need to go take care of something else. Bakugo. He calls up Bakugo, Uraraka, which this all happens within that like 2-week time period, okay? Because it's like Deku's going right back into the drama. So basically, what ended up happening is he's like, Bakugo, Uraraka. He calls them up. All right, let's see here. Who else would I need for this? I want this to be quick. Dabi, Toga. They pull up. Yes, Captain. Even though Dabi would be more relaxed and more on the chill side, Toga would be, overdoing it in like a fucking, like, police-like outfit. He's like, Toga, what is Toga wearing, Dabi? He's like, to be fair, as he's like grabbing the back of his neck, to be fair, boss man, I have no clue. I really don't know anymore. She went from wearing no clothes to wearing some clothes to wearing, I don't know, man. And it was like, okay, whatever. I'm thinking, do I need someone else? I think that should be good. And we could just say a random swordsman. No, Stain. Stain's like, hey, yo, what about me? He's like, your powers aren't needed. I also have another mission for you anyways. Him? Huh? I need you to go take care of some fake heroes. Melt Lady, and like, I can't name drop anyone else because it's like, they're kind of like not important for the grand thing on the story. So he's like, I need you to go take care of them. Stain with like an ugly ass smile. Does that mean I get to kill them? Deku appears right in front of Stain. Sorry. Deku appears right in front of Stain. Did I say kill them? As he's like basically floating above him with a finger not fully extended out. He's like, did I say anything about kill? I said take care of. Him? Okay, my bad. And with all that killer intent, all that, anger that was there, I said, okay. He teleports back to his seat. It's almost like a damn throne. All right, kiddos. As he like swaps out an outfit and puts on like it's like a kind of like a Goku like gi, but it's not really. It's just like this like weird looking gi and shit. And he's like, all right, buckaroos, let's go. They're like, wait, where are we going? And he tells he's told twice, hold down the fort. He's like, hey, yo, boss, wouldn't it be beneficial for me to come? Not for what we're doing. We're doing a straight assault. And so they head off. And as they're heading off, they're like, wait, why are we heading over here? Uraraka's like, I think I remember my parents saying something about the Zakiza. I can't say the name right. I'm not going to hold you. Or the something being the bosses in this area, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to kill them. And fuck me, man. Alright, sorry for the disc cut, even though you might not notice it, but the fuck. I thought I was messing up my story for something devious. I had to re-look over my shits to figure out if I was telling the right story. Okay, anyways, back to what I was trying to do was, they all head out. Deku, Uraraka, Bakugo, Toga, Dabi. And meanwhile, while this is happening, Shinzo and Todoroki are doing something completely different from the rest of the lot. They're on a separate mission, but it holds importance. Anyways, they basically dip out, and as they're getting closer and closer to the place, they're like, all right, this is the place. Where are they? They're like, Deku looks around, knocks on door. Who are you? And with as much power as he can muster, he says, Ode Ken, and then boom, just blast the building. Bakugo, Uraraka, since you came along, I want y'all to go all out. Show me the fruits of your week's training. Them getting Bakugo, excellent. And plus, he has them in costumes, right? He's like, to be fair, there won't be any cameras or any witnesses, so y'all can go all out. Uraraka, hearing that, immediately goes gravity boost. I don't have a name for her transformation, okay? So anyways, she's like, Bakugo immediately just starts making some mad explosions. He's able to produce his explosions a lot faster and stuff like that. Plus, he would have his winter outfit on. So I digress, though. He's like, all right, boom. They blast off. Toga, kill. Toga runs off. And then him and Dabi are just like crip walking on this shit, bro. They just chilling, bro. And Dabi's like, why did you bring us along? Him, one, to see the fruits of their training. Two, so Toga can get some more blood of different people that might be useful in the future. Plus, she kind of needs to stretch her legs. Like, why did you bring me along? for this reason. As like the ground starts to like mold behind them, and Deku just looks at them with like one eye, green as hell, shooshing them away. Y'all can go. For this reason. And then as this like Earth is like, you try to mess with us, I'm gonna kill you. And then Dobby, all you hear is white star. And then boom. In a matter of minutes, that whole area is just reduced to like ash, okay? And he's like, yep, that's what I thought. Your technique's gotten a little better. Nice. How is that other development coming? He's like, would you like me to show you? No, not yet. You'll be able to show me in a day or two, if not sooner. And he's like, very well then. And so they continue on and basically just beating up on everybody. They eventually make it to the point where, you know, Endeavor is not Endeavor, fuck. They meet Overhaul eventually. He's got his underlings in. Basically, they got a quirk bullet, and we'll just say one of them tries to shoot a quirk bullet at Deku, realizing that he's the leader, since, you know, everybody in the underground knows it's Deku. Deku gets shot with it, and he looks, he'd be like, and when it happens, he gets shot. Instantly, his neck does like a weird 360. He's instantly behind, or well, not behind, he's instantly on the person that shot him and blasts them into smithereens. And so, he proceeds to one-shot everybody except Overhaul. Overhaul begins to try to touch him, but he realizes that he doesn't have an arm no more, on top of being hit with a lot of explosions. Now, they did leave some people alive. They left the base Akazu, or I don't know what the name is. He left the base ones alive, but the ones that are like in the higher up branches that really follow Overhaul, they're dead. As he looks at Overhaul, oh man, let me see how that quirk works. Digital scan. Data complete. Scanning quirk. And then it would proceed to explain his quirk. The right hand allows you to decompose, I don't remember exactly, but bear with me. The right hand allows you to destroy, and the right hand allows you to recreate at a cellular level, blah, 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 but in like a, you know, voice. So when that's done and over with, he's like, excellent. I don't like doing this because it hurts a lot, but let's see here. If I had to take a guess, let's make this place a little more roomy. And then, with one mean shout and a upburst of energy. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. The lady let me go through. And with a mean shout and a burst of energy, he looked around, trying to sense for the faintest key, and then he pulled out a marble out of his pocket and said, he basically did like a damn Pokemon. Twice, I summon you. Go over there. And then Twice basically comes back momentarily with two people. Well, it's two of them, but with two people. One's a girl, and one's an old man that's veteran. Excellent. And so Deku thought about using the quirk, realizing the possible strain and realizing what he's got to do next. He thought it might not be ideal. Realized that it might not be good. And if Twice copied, he might help himself, so you don't want to take the chances. So what he ended up doing, just was like, okay, all right. Walks up to Mans, the old timer, looks at Overhaul. All right, I'm going to hurt you, but at bare minimum, your hands will be no more. So you want to try to heal your old man? You know, All For One desperately trying to get a touch on somebody. He even was about to touch the ground until Deku looked at Twice and said, break his arms. And they basically broke those bitches until like damn near, like they couldn't do shit, right? And then he restrained his arms at awkward ass angles and shit, right? So, with that being said, he just looks at him. your choice, and proceeded to cut his arms off. Well, his whole arms. But, of course, he stopped the bleeding and made sure he didn't die. Deku's not a villain after all. And so, he basically beat him a little bit senseless. And with a good amount of blood on him, he walks up to Eri-chan and looks down at the little munchkin. And it was like, hey, how you? And she's like terrified. No, he looks down and sees he's got all this blood on him. Well, that might be a problem. How about this? He basically shakes all his stuff off onto like one glove somehow, throws the glove at him, Overhaul's face, like basically saying, fuck you, nigga. And he puts his hand out to Eri, and he's like, how you do, little one? I know, let me see. He looks at her injuries, and he's like, well, this is awfully painful. Was he the person that did that to you? And she shakes her head like, yes. All right, bet. I can help you out. But he's saying this in more of a kind, caring tone. He's saying, as his hand starts to glow green, I can help you out, little one, to relieve you physically of the trauma and pain you've been through. But it's going to hurt a little bit more before it gets better. Or unless you want to heal naturally. And then Eri, with a very scared expression, is like, okay, I want to feel better. And he's like, all right, everything. He grabs her by the noggin, not aggressively, grabs her by the noggin, throws her up in the air, and shanks her right through the heart. And then he says, Reiki. And with a mad amount of screaming and shouting for about 10 seconds or less, he pulls his hand out and the hole, regenerates, and Aries is fine. She's not nearly as skinny, even though I know she was a little bit younger, and well, technically would be a little bit younger, because this is all happening during the 2 week set. Even if it didn't happen, I'm making it happen here after the USJ, okay? And on top of the fact that events will be a wee bit different, for the simple fact that Deku's causing a lot of trouble. So I digress. So that shit happened, right? He takes his hand out. She basically matures a little bit faster because by accident he kind of like accelerated her growth process. And since she's also been through trauma, it's like he accelerated her overall progress and made her like more older and more mature mentally and physically speaking. So Aries basically, she's looking like she's proper 10 or 11. Even though I know she's a little bit younger, maybe like 7 or 8. But like she's a lot older and a lot more mature mentally, physically. So it's like she's like, huh. And it's almost like he unlocked her potential. Even though she doesn't know how to use her quirk yet. Which I'll have to get fan fiction with it. But I'll figure something out for that. Anyways. So what ended up happening, right? Is that shit happens. And he's like, alright. So you have a choice. You can go, you can be a hero if you want, or you can join me. The choice is 100% yours. I will not force thy hand. And she's like, wait, what? Then she would be like, wait, sir, you're not a hero? But you saved me. He's like, yes, I am not a hero. I don't have a quirk license, even though I don't have a quirk. There's a contradiction somewhere. And plus, I don't want to be a hero. I don't like how the heroes should treat society. Regardless if you join me or not, I can explain it to you when you're a little bit older. But if you do decide to not come with me, I would have to do something. As Deku's smiling semi-sinisterly, Aries is a little scared. He's like, oh no, nothing evil. I just have to figure out how to find you some good foster parents. So, I mean, literally, the choice is yours, little one. I'm not going to force you to come with me. Plus, when you become of age, not really of age, but when you become like about 14 or 15-ish, I don't know how that quirk might accelerate your overall knowledge and capabilities. But when you become a certain part of, or when you become of age of mental state, fuck, damn, dyslexia, I'll allow you to still make the choice. Even the people here, except those two, which he has them covered up even more than they were previously, because Aries is right there. Yeah, simply put, I won't hold you down. But even, well, some of these nutcases, he points that Dabi and Toga are gonna kind of be here for the long haul. But there's a couple of people, as he thinks about Shinzu, Todoroki, and those people, he's like, there are a few people that, as he smiles sinisterly, that may want to change sides or play for a different team. And then I think Eri would most likely say, but if you saved me, and you're not a hero, but the heroes never saved me, why would I want to go with them? And Deku's like, oh, damn it, I didn't want to take the responsibility of taking this bitch on. He heard about, rumors of, the kid with the quirk and all that stuff. That's how he knowed about that, all right? He didn't think it was true. He was like, what's your quirk? And she would explain what the quirk is. And for the people that aren't caught up for some reason watching this video on a no-name channel, she basically has the ability to like manipulate time or like semi-rewind time. Apparently she did that to her father. And that's also how they make the quirkless bullets, because they're using some of Eri's blood to rewind that person back to a time that they were quirkless. Okay, cool. So, what ended up happening is, Ares is basically saying like, why the fuck would I want to go with some heroes if they couldn't even save me, but a person that's not a hero or a villain saves me? And Deku was like, okay, come on. I don't want to hear not one complaint on the ride home. And everyone's like, wait, ride home? Yep, we pretty much done. Oh my fucking god, I'm almost forgetting something. Ares, do you have any control over your quirk? She's like, yeah, but if I use it, I go out of control. And then she points to her horn and stuff like that, right? And he's like, all right, fuck it. He picks up the old man. He's like, yeah, you are old. He smacks him around a bit, and then as each time he's smacking him, you can see years and years plopping off of him. And you're like, what the fuck is that? Don't ask. It's a long story, and it's painful. Some shit I discovered in my earlier days of getting this shit together. And so Deku smacks him a good couple of times, and now he looks like he's around his early 20s. Deku also gives the man a nice haircut. I'm not gonna say he cuts his hair low. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. I'm not gonna say he cuts that man's hair down to like nothingness, but I'm just gonna say he trims the dudes up in like seconds. So after that happens or whatever, he does that to Mans, makes him look nice and spiffy, put him in a suit, Deku style suit, and then basically says, Eri, use your quirk to the best of your abilities. I want you to rewind this man to the point of time. Ares would have a protest saying, I can't control it, blah, blah, blah. He said, to the best of your abilities is the words I used. Need you to revert him back to a time and state where he wasn't crippled. And Ares proceeds to do that. Her power starts to go out of control, and Deku says, sleep, my child. And she's knocked out cold. Mans wakes up like, what the fuck's going on? And he sees this place destroyed. And Deku basically puts a key blast into his hand, blows up the area, and he's like, all right, all the people that were really loyal to you are still alive. The people that aren't loyal to you are gone. As he holds up this dude, yeah, he's gonna have to do some talking. He won't be able to use his quirk ever again. As Deku basically shows off his, mouthed arms and chunked those bitches somewhere. Don't ask where they went. And he's like, yeah, his quirk, no go. That out of the question. He is the one that put you to sleep, though. I'll leave y'all two to talk. And then you hear screaming and shouting. And for some reason, Ares is up, and she's like flinching at the sound of them screaming and shouting. He's like, there, my child. Nothing can hurt you now. The only thing that can hurt you now is me. As he looks down grimacely. And she's like, I'm not stupid. You're not a bad guy. You just act tough. Bakugo and Uraraka, Dabi and Toga all bust out laughing. And Deku just red as fuck. He's like, man, that's that bullshit, bro. All right, keep talking. And like he starts arguing with her. Keep talking. I will fucking blow you up. That's not true. Because if you were gonna do that, you would have did that already. But you helped me instead. Oh, this nigga Deku getting roasted, bro. Oh, Dabi's like, I can't wait to get back home and tell everyone Uraraka and Bakugo are looking at each other rolling, nigga. They are laughing, nigga. Oh, it's slow. Toga's like, I can't wait to tell Stan about this. He's gonna get a kick out of this. Everybody on this nigga Deku's head, even Harry. She's like, you can stop acting tough. I don't care what no one says. You're a hero. And he's like, fuck y'all. And then basically they leave out. It pans black, and then you just see like them flying in the air with Deku holding them all. Dabi's having his hands crossed, just like not caring for life. Bakugo is just like, I'm used to this. With all the times that they were doing training, like him and Uraraka were doing training, even though it's only been like a short period of time, it felt like an eternity. And him being, altered by gravity, Uraraka is literally just meditating while this is happening, and she's manipulating gravity to keep her upright. Also, Toga's looking at Aries and like, she's so precious, she's so cute. I just want to cut. And then as she's saying this shit or whatever, Deku squeezes on the tentacles, rope. I don't know what he's using to keep them connected. And Toga's like, I was just saying that's not very nice. And Aries actually surprisingly not crying. She's just like idolizing Deku like she does in canon, but different. And so no complaint. She's like, I'm not gonna complain. I know how to be honest with myself. Deku is just having all of it. He's like, I'm gonna kill something and I'm going to enjoy it. As he flies back and basically makes it back in record time instead of walking there like they did originally. They pretty much fly back, and meanwhile, the Yakuza, he's getting some lump sum of money. So he flies back, make it back, and he greets his homies, his peoples, okay? And yeah, they all run out, ready to go tell their respective people. Uraraka went to go talk to, I forgot who I think Stain. Bakugo went to go talk to the people that were training him. Dabi literally said, hey guys, y'all gotta see it. The almighty powerful boss, not like basically calling his name. Hey, you gotta see this, man. Our all-powerful mighty boss was getting told off by a 7-8 year old. Yeah, y'all gotta see it, bro. It's like, we got this shit recorded. And literally they had that shit recorded in 5K big body loss, okay? So that shit happened. Toga's running like, Stain, Mr. Stain, you got to see this. Everybody's literally roasting Deku. He's like, bro, all right, y'all he releases Killer Intent. I will kill you all. Then I'm like, no, you won't. Nah, you're a real one. You won't. They continue roasting this to get him salty as fuck, going somewhere else, bro. He goes over to Todoroki and Shinzo and asks them, they're semi-battle damaged after fighting the pussy cats, or I don't remember what the name was. And yeah, they're kind of battle damaged. He's like, whew, looks like the cat got your tongue. Todoroki and Shinzo all basically in unison throw a mean punch. Break it, like not really breaking the sound barrier, but on a low level, they like punch this dude in the face simultaneously. Deku just gets hit back and a little bit of blood comes out. Everyone's actually like, and then Deku pops his face back. All right, fair enough. Just gets the blood out his nose. He's like, hey, fair enough. I did deserve that. So, any information? They're like, yeah, we got the kid. So basically, Deku knew about these, about certain people that have had bad lives, and one of them interested him. As the screen begins to turn black, not fully, but as it starts to get darker and darker, you see, I don't know what the little kid's name that Deku protected when he was fighting Muscular. I don't remember the name. That kid, as Deku sees him as he's walking up, like, a little angry, and he smiles. Hello, my boy. I see that you've had issues with this guy, with a dude named Muscular. Would it be too far of a stretch to say you want revenge? As his smile goes and his eyes grow a Christmas-like color, and then red and green, and then that's where we would leave off. Part 15 of What If Deku Was a Villain. Goodbye.